All right, guys, so this week we are learning about volume and how to solve for volume. And we know that there are two different ways to solve for volume. You can use addition and you can use multiplication. So each one of these, 1 through 4, each one of these questions are asking for you to solve volume using addition and using multiplication for the same rectangular prism. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's look at number 1. It says, write an addition equation to find the volume of the prism. Now, our very first step is to find the base, which is going to be length times width. So base equals length times width. Okay, and we know what the length and width are. The length is here, the width is here. Okay, and the way to solve or way to find the length or the width is to count the cubes. So if we look at length, we have 1, 2, 3 cubes. So our length, you can write it up here if you want, length equals 3. And then our width, you just count the cubes going on the width, and it says 1, 2. So we have width equals 2. Okay, and our formula says base equals length times width. So if our length is 3 and our width is 2, we will multiply those together and we will have 3 times 2, which is 6. So our base in this one equals 6. Okay, and now we will use addition to find the actual volume of this rectangular prism. So if our base is 6, our base is like the bottom layer of the prism, right? So if we have the bottom layer, if you think of that as the base, then we can build onto that base, right? So if we look, we have one base, which is down here, okay? And then that's one layer, okay? And then this would be, that's one layer, this would be the second layer, okay? So we have 2 layers of the base, or 2 layers of 6, right? And so what's an addition equation that we could use to solve for 2 layers of 6 to get the full volume? We could do 6 plus 6, right? And that would equal 12 cubic units, or units cubed. And that will be our final volume for this prism. Okay, and now we're going to use the same prism to solve for the same volume, but using a different method. So this time we're going to use the multiplication equation. And the formula for the multiplication equation is going to be V equals L times W times H, which means length times width times height. Okay, so height is the amount of layers that we have. So our length and width, we know that they are what? 3 and 2. So we have 3 times 2, that's length times width, right? And then we're going to find our height. And our height is going to be right there. We have 2 layers, right? So we're going to multiply the base times the height, right? So we have 3 times 2 times 2. Now, you can multiply these in any order that you want to. I'm going to multiply straight across because I know that 3 times 2 is 6. And then I'm going to multiply that 6 by 2, and I'm going to get what? 12 units cubed. And so our final answer is 12 cubic units. Okay, and you can use addition to solve the rest of these, 2, 3, and 4, and you can use multiplication to solve the same problems. So now it's your job to finish numbers 2, 3, and 4 before this Friday, and I know you guys can do it. Give it your best, and if you have any questions, you can always ask your teacher, and hopefully this video will help you with the rest of the problems. Thanks, guys.